Hi everyone, this is a simple lab to show you how to configure NAT in GCP Google Cloud Platform. First of all, we create the network portion first because this is the basic concept for the cloud. Usually always start with the network actually. Typically the start point with the network, then after that computing and all the stuff is come up. So I create the VPC here and I call this VPC is VPC1. Then after that I put the subnet name, subnet 1, and I'll put it here the region. I will go with the default region here, which is the US Central. Then I put it the subnet mask, which is I wanted this guy to be go to the internet with a private IP. So I'll put it 10.10.10.0/24. I can make this this subnet totally private if I select this one, which is they call on private Google access only. But by default, I put it like keep it everything by default here. After that, create the subnet. Now the subnet is just after a few seconds will be ready. Then I go to the computing engine. In the computing engine, I create computer here. Create computer here. Then I will give him a name here. Let's say VM1 or VM1. I keep everything. I keep everything as a default here. I turn on HTTP and HTTPS here, and network here or the management here. I go to the network. Alright, from the network option, I change default to my VPC here with this subnet here. Then for the primary internet internal IP, I will keep it default. And here, the external IP, I just select none. I don't want it public IP to go to the internet. I will go to the internet by using NAT. Then I create the computer here. They will take a few seconds as well, then we'll be ready. Okay, the computer is ready now and I can go for SSH, but before go to the SSH, don't forget to allow the port 22 in the network part. In VPC there is a firewall rules. Try to add another rules if you want, or you can do the same rules. Okay, this is for SSH and ICMP. For VPC1, then I will say network. I select VPC1 here. Then target. I need all the instances inside this network, and which one the source. I will say any one can go or use these rules in this VPC. I mean, then I allow TCP, which is port 22 for telnet. And as well, other protocol, I need ICMP as well, which is for ping. I try to do ping in from the computer to the internet. So I make sure the rules is up there. You can see here, it's now created. Now I can go to the computer engine and try to access to the VM by SSH, because my firewall now in the Google Cloud is allowed that. So when I click to the SSH, here in SSH, you can see there is no public IP. It's just a private IP. The idea here, because I access to this computer through the Google Cloud, is not like use my software like PuTTY or Secure CRT. No. If you use your application, of course you need public IP. But right now it's like a jump box server. So I'm inside the Google Cloud platform and I SSH to the computer internally. Cool. I can access right now. You can see I try to ping to the Google. Then I say enter. I don't have internet to this machine because this VM, it is no external IP, no allowed to go outside. Usually, like for example, this is database server or whatever. So it's not allowed to go to the internet. So how to allow this one go to the internet? Using the private IP, the NAT here, you have to use it, the NAT, network address translation, NAT, N-A-T. How to create NAT? The result for NAT, again, network address translation, they translate my IP 10.10.10.2 to another public IP and go to the internet. The reply from the internet will be replied to that public, and that public will be translated to my IP. This is all about NAT. So how to create NAT? I will go to the network here. There is an option under network they call network services. This one, network services. In the network services, this one, in the network services, you can see there is something they call NAT. The NAT need a cloud router, but we can create together here. So this is the NAT. So before create the NAT, you need to create router or cloud router. I can create a cloud router very easy from the NAT, no problem. I will go to the NAT here. So they ask me what the name for NAT. I say, okay, NAT1 for this instance. Which VPC need to be NAT? I need, of course, VPC1 because my server is there. Remember, I turn on the ping here. Still, there is no reply. Okay. Then after that, they say region. I keep with the same region, the default one, US Central. Then the cloud router. I don't have a cloud router, but I can create from this page. So I just put it, this is a cloud router or any name. Router. All right. Then I keep it all default because it is, of course, under VPC network in my VPC and the same region. I say create this router here. Then after that, they ask me, do you need to do NAT primary and secondary range? I can select here which exactly IP. If I say customize here, I can select which IP in my VPC can go using NAT, which is they call NAT one-to-one or static NAT. But right now I keep it all the IP. I can select here primary and secondary IP. Any IP in my VPC can use it NAT. Then they say NAT IP address. I just say there is a public IP, use it for external for NAT. So you can select this one statically, manual. But right now I put it automatically, recommended, then I create. Once I create, remember here, I try to see the result after NAT. Can I get to the internet? If I have reply, I mean my NAT is worked. All right, the NAT, as you can see here, is ready. Then I wait the result inside the computer. The ping should be reply right now to the Google 8.8.8 is a Google. So I try to see the result here. All right, after a few seconds, as you can see, I can see the reply here from the Google, and I can see the ping went through to the Google without an issue through the NAT. So you can see the NAT here is running, and you can check as well the information for NAT here. You can see the information for NAT and as well the information for VPC and the cloud router. Last thing, don't forget to delete everything you did in the GCP in order to make sure everything turn off, because if you keep it turning on, they will charge you. So make sure your VM and your NAT, you can delete it from here. Just delete after check it out, everything is work. Then you can delete as well the computing engine from VM instance. Simply just select it here and delete. I hope this class is useful for you. Thank you for watching, and talk to you soon.